27. Wentz. Off to Thomas on the left side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On first down, Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he's got some space here. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's a fumble.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 43 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
The score, Commanders 10, Falcons 0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
Taking it in from 24 yards out.
And Washington able to strike for 6.
The kick is
The
good.
extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Falcons 0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for backing up. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's brought down by William Jackson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At their 49-yard line.
17-0 our score after 1.
Running the counter, Patterson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 16, Wentz
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half. At that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. For that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Forced out to his left. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. Down inside the 10.
And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Falcons! That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from the defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, his second sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Cameron Curl with the tackle that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Pass complete to Bird out right here. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw again. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Kuru knocks this one through the post, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Batson not going to risk return. Start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Roster 6. 6. Mega.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Here comes Erickson. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 31, Falcons 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Red. Black shot. On the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Finding Williams on the check down.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Blue. White.
They'll look to throw again.
This pass is caught by London. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
With his 2nd touchdown of the night.
and Washington able to strike for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 38, Falcons 13.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go. Blue strikers. Real green. 52 blaster. Huge yellow.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 4. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man, it's London. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the 9-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Well, 193 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gibson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
6, 7, and cycle. Pause red. Black shot. Green jack.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
202 yards for him on the ground, as this has been a night to remember to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Once more, Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Let's go now.
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. And they will take a knee here. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.